Senate Bill 200 will improve the health and education of young Alaskans. The bill originated from a research performed by the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the American Journal of Play, and Scholastic, among others. This research, Mr. President, shows that the national trend of decreasing recess and PE has not been helpful to students, that PE and unstructured play benefit kids in so many ways and make our students healthier and provide for better results in the classroom. Mr. President, Senate Bill 200 requires that our districts meet 90% of the Centers for Disease Control recommended daily activity for students in grades K through 8 during the school day. Mr. President, the activity can be met through recess, through PE class, or even through creative solutions that are in the classroom. And that decision, of course, will be left up to the local control by the elected school boards in the districts. Mr. President, there's a growing body of research that shows that physical activity enhances students' education and addresses a variety of health issues facing our youth. Obesity in Alaska is an epidemic, Mr. President. Childhood obesity nationwide has been called an epidemic by many experts. Obesity costs Alaska $459 million annually in direct health care costs. Mr. President, we are also seeing increasing rates of students being diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and other disorders. Mr. President, as a parent and a former teacher and a volunteer in our schools, this is troubling. But the good news shows from the research by the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Centers for Disease Control, and others, that increased physical activity during the day can make strides in addressing some of these issues with depression and anxiety. Physical education and a period of activity inside and outside the classroom also provides students with a well-rounded education. Students who are engaged in unstructured play, Mr. President, learn negotiation skills, they learn how to decision-making skills, and the research also shows that this time is not only important for young people but for adults. We're seeing more successful companies having opportunities for their employees to mingle and to talk amongst themselves. Mr. President, when students have the ability to learn from each other and freely engage each other, unguided by adults, that's a good thing, Mr. President. Currently, only 1/3 of physical education activity policies meet the recommended daily activity. This is in Alaska. There are also districts in our state, Mr. President, that unfortunately do not meet on a weekly basis the daily suggested requirement for physical activity. Mr. President, this bill ensures opportunities for that physical activity while protecting local control by allowing districts to determine how best they would like to meet this. There are also exemptions provided in the bill, as we heard earlier, that protect students' health, safety, and account for inclement weather or the occasional moose on the playground, which we know happens quite often. Mr. President, this bill will encourage the physical health of our students' lives, supporting physical fitness habits and interests that will help keep our kids healthy from childhood through adulthood. Mr. President, I urge your support. Thank you.